Back to school season can hit everybody hard. New routines, early mornings, big emotions, and kids who suddenly forget how to put on their shoes. Before you panic search how to help my kid adjust to school, let's talk through what actually helps. I'm Dr. Mona, pediatrician and mom of two, and I've got 7 mistakes I often see parents make when getting their kids set for the school year and what to do instead. And this video is focused on that 2-year-old to 7-year-old, maybe that child who has never been to school before or who has been and is starting a new school. And hit that subscribe button so you don't miss future incredible videos that are relatable and make you parent with more confidence. Let's get into it. Mistake 1, not adjusting sleep early enough. This one sneaks up on parents every year. You've got the new backpack, the perfect snacks, the cute outfits, but if your child is overtired and cranky, none of that matters. Look, it's totally okay to relax bedtime over summer. I do it too. It's part of the fun. But once school is around the corner, we've got to bring structure and routine back. Because here's the thing, when kids are tired, they struggle more, emotionally, behaviorally, and socially. Here's what to do instead. Start adjusting their sleep about 7 to 10 days before school begins. You can go gradually, shift bedtime by 15 minutes every night, or go cold turkey if your child handles change well. Most kids do better with a slow shift to get their rhythm back on track. And aim for actual sleep, not just lights out. As for how much sleep they need, it depends on the child. But here's a general guide. Ages 3 to 5, 10 to 13 hours in a 24-hour period, including naps. Ages 6 to 7, 9 to 12 hours overnight. What matters most, that they wake up rested. So if your child needs to be up at 7 a.m. and they do best with 11 hours of sleep, bedtime needs to be between 7:30 and 8 p.m. That's what we do in my house. My 5.5-year-old needs 11 hours of sleep. So if he has to be up by 7 a.m., we make sure that he's in bed by 7:30. Also, limit screens after dinner time is my hope, unless it's really needed for schoolwork, but what young child is needing schoolwork on a computer? I hope not many. Instead, build a simple bedtime routine that they can count on. Bath, PJs, book, and lights out. Let them help decide the routine order so they feel invested in the routine. And if your child is visual, make a little bedtime chart so they know what comes next. Why does this matter? Sleep-deprived kids are more dysregulated, they fall apart faster, they struggle to focus, they have a harder time separating, and ask any teacher, a well-rested kid is a kid who's more able to learn. The next mistake, overhyping or over-worrying about school and separation. This one's easy to miss because we're trying to be helpful, but how we talk about school at home can set the tone for better or for worse. Some kids run into the classroom like they've been waiting for this their whole life. Others hang back, need time, or melt down at the doorway. One isn't better than the other, they're just related to temperament and comfort. But when we get overly excited or overly nervous, kids feel that energy. And if they're already unsure, our hype or anxiety can actually make things harder. Here's what to do instead. Keep your energy calm and warm, but not over the top. Try, you're going to get to play, learn, and meet new friends. Avoid, you have to go to school now, or, oh God, I hope you don't cry. It's going to be so hard for you. Be neutral, but not flat. Excited, but steady. If you're feeling emotional, that's okay. Take a moment away from your child to process it. Your calm helps regulate them. And here's a hot tip. Stories are a great tool for emotional prep. Try books like The Kissing Hand, Llama Llama, Mrs. Mama, or Daniel Goes to School. They help young kids process what school means using characters they can relate to. And why does this matter? When we over-explain, over-celebrate, or over-worry, we make school feel bigger or scarier than it needs to be. And when school is framed as a normal part of growing up rather than a huge deal or something to be worried about, most kids adjust better. Mistake 3, waiting until the first day to practice separation. Separation anxiety can be common in those 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds starting a new school, even if they've done daycare before. These tips are especially helpful for kids who are slower to warm, cautious in new settings, or heading into their first school experience. If the first day of school is also the first time you've separated in weeks or months, it can be a rough start for both of you. Here's what to do instead. Start practicing short goodbyes now if you have not already. Try a solo playdate or even a quick trip to the store without them. Make sure that they're okay being away from you. These low-stakes moments build confidence. They learn, you leave, you came back, I'm okay. Create a simple goodbye ritual that they can count on. That could be a hug, a kiss, or a phrase like, you're safe, and I'll see you after story time, or I'll see you after nap time. If the school allows it, send a small transitional object, a family photo, a heart sticker on their hand, a smooth stone in their pocket. Think of it like an emotional security deposit. They might not use it, but knowing it's there gives them a little piece of home to hold on to. Now about the tears, yes, it's okay if your child cries at drop-off. Many do. It doesn't mean that they're not ready. It just means that they're adapting. Most children calm within 5 minutes after separation. Let the teacher take it from there, even if it's hard to walk away. Why does this matter? Kids feel safe when we're calm, consistent, and clear. Practicing short goodbyes builds trust, not just in us, but in themselves. This isn't about avoiding emotion. It's about helping them build the skills to move through it with support. I have a great video on separation anxiety if you want a deeper dive into this topic. And if this is hitting home for you, subscribe now so you don't miss future videos that make this big emotional stuff feel a lot more doable. Another mistake, not practicing the morning routine. If your summer mornings have looked like chaotic brunch hours of PJs until 1, you're not alone. But school mornings are a different beast. And if the first day is your first attempt at getting everyone up, dressed, fed, and out the door by 7 o'clock, it's going to feel rough. That said, how much prep you do depends on your child's temperament and your time. Some kids need structure and predictability to function well. For them, practice means things can go smoother. Others can just roll with it. That first week, either way, might just be full of sleepy mornings, rushed teeth brushing, and toast in the car. And that's okay too. Here's what to do instead if you want to prepare a little bit more. Start the shift 1 week before school. Move wake-up times earlier in 15-minute increments. Practice the full rhythm. Wake up, get dressed, eat breakfast, brush teeth, grab the backpack. Do a few dress rehearsals. Set an alarm and go through the whole routine, then head to the park or library like it's go time. The muscle memory helps when school actually starts. Use a visual chart for more visual children. Pictures or icons showing each step help kids know what's coming next and builds a sense of control. Let them help decide the order if there's some leeway. Do you want to change out of your pajamas before or after breakfast? Giving them a choice increases buy-in. And here's why it matters. Kids feel safer when they know what's coming next. And even if your kid ends up winging it that first week, that's not failure. It's just part of settling into a new rhythm. The routine doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to work for your family and your resources. Mistake number 5, not building independence with daily tasks. And this again is speaking to that 3 to 7-year-old age group. And look, no judgment here. It's faster to open the juice pouch and zip the backpack up yourself. But what feels faster now can lead to tears and frustration for your child and an overwhelmed teacher later. This independence blossoms from 3+ and can be taught so by the time that your kid is in kindergarten, they do the following things. Here's what to do instead. Let them practice with their school gear, opening their lunchbox, unzipping their backpack, putting on their shoes and jacket. Try lunchbox test runs, have a little picnic at home and let them open the containers themselves. Cheese stick wrappers are sneaky and hard. Practice bathroom independence. Can they wipe, flush, wash hands? Now's the time to get comfy with that routine. And of course, remember that children under 4 may still need help with wiping their butts, and that is totally normal. But if your child is starting kindergarten, we really want to practice that butt wiping skills. Label everything. Water bottles, sweaters, lunch containers. Initials are fine if you want to avoid full names. Why does this matter? Independence builds confidence, and teachers are grateful when kids can handle the basics on their own. Little things like opening containers and wiping properly go a long way, and if you're nodding along, hit subscribe. This channel's full of the real stuff no one tells you, but every person should know. Next mistake, expecting the transition to be smooth every day. Even if your child is excited, there is going to be wobbly days. Week 1 or week 3, it's totally normal. You might see mood swings, sleep disruptions, big emotions after school. This after-school release is called restraint collapse. All day your child's been holding it together, following rules, listening, navigating social cues, and they get home to you, you're their safe place, and what do? Their guard comes down. They may collapse. It doesn't mean that they're misbehaving, it means that they're human. And here's what to do instead. Don't rush them to talk. Skip, "How is your day?" and try, "I'm so happy to see you." Let that be the first thing that they hear with your undivided attention, that after separation, they're just excited and you are excited to be in their presence. Give them their snack, sit in silence, play, let them come to you with stories on their own timeline. Offer a decompression window. Some kids need quiet, some kids need space, others need closeness. Think about what your child needs after a school day and you can approach them there. Validate the big feelings. You've held a lot in today, it's okay to let it out now. That message consistently repeated helps build emotional safety. And watch for signs of sensory overload. After a long day of paying attention, especially for these kids between 3 to 7, some kids can have meltdowns, and not all meltdowns start with tears. They start with nonstop talking, a busy body that won't settle, loud silliness that feels a little too much. If you catch your child's cues early, you can help them slow down. Maybe it's dimming the lights, turning down the noise, offering quiet play, or calming sensory input. Expect some regression, clinginess, tantrums, needing help with things they normally do solo. This doesn't mean that they're going backwards. It means that they're adjusting to a big new demand. Remind them of what they're capable of. And also, remember that it is very common for kids to have a honeymoon period, that the first 1, 2, 3 days of starting a school that they're doing great. And then all of a sudden, the reality sets in that this is their new life, and they can start to show those signs of emotional dysregulation, which is completely common, but you're gonna know how to handle it. And if you're looking for questions to ask instead of how is your day, screenshot this next part. And while you're at it, tap that subscribe button, because these are the kinds of tools I drop often, and trust me, they make a difference. The next mistake, ignoring your own emotional prep. This transition isn't just for your child, it's for you too. Whether it's your first drop-off ever or you're sending your youngest off to kindergarten for the first time, there are feelings, and they're valid. And here's what to do instead. Name what's coming up. Are you sad, relieved, nervous? All of it's okay. Create your own morning rhythm. Maybe it's star breathing, drink your coffee, call a friend, let yourself feel. Maybe wake up a bit early to get your thoughts together in silence. Stay grounded at drop-off. If you're regulated, they can borrow that calm. If you need to cry, do it after you leave. Go into the car and let those waterworks out. No shame. I was there with my son, and I may be there with my daughter when she starts preschool. Give yourself grace. You're not supposed to have it all together. This is new, and new is hard. Why does this matter? Your energy sets the tone. When you care for yourself, you're better able to show up for your child. And like I mentioned, they can borrow your grounded energy. Getting ready for back to school isn't about perfection. It's not only about getting the backpack and the school supplies. It's about preparation and meeting your child where they are, not where someone else's kids are. Some kids need all of these tips, while others may just need 1 or 2. And some won't need any prep at all, but you might. If you're intentional, calm, and connected, you're already doing this right. So save this video, share it with a friend, and hit that thumbs up if this was helpful. And don't forget to subscribe for more real talk on parenting, health, and everything in between. You've got support here, and let's keep this going.